Jody Armour is an expert in race and law. He joins us now in studio to talk about the legal implications of the university's response to the scandal. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good to be with you.
So, did the university have the right to expel these students? And what about the students' right to free speech?
Yeah, you do have to balance those competing rights and interests, and certainly the university has an interest in making sure that the learning environment is comfortable for all. We want you to experiment, we want you to be open and even vulnerable in this environment, and we want there to be respect on the one hand. On the other hand, there is a lot of hurly-burly that goes on in learning. There's a lot of kind of roughness. It's a little rough and tumble kind of world, and we want you to build up some calluses so you can go out there in the world and deal with a rough and tumble world. So it is hard to strike the balance, and I frankly am a little worried that we've struck the balance against the students and not really as much as we think in favor of anti-racism.
Yeah, the president in his letter expelling the students said that what they had said and done had created a hostile education environment for others. So do you agree?
Yeah, there's no doubt that it did create a hostile environment. You know, a lot of senators, a lot of CEOs of corporations go through the frat system, so there's a culture there that there is a concern, there's reason to be concerned about if it's creating a kind of hostile environment on the one hand. On the other, I'm not sure that punishment is always the only response, the punitive response. You know, these are students, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I have young sons of my own. We do stupid things when we're young, and we have to learn. You know, this could be a transformative experience for them. They could share it with the community. We can take a restorative justice approach to problems rather than a punitive approach. The punitive approach has mass incarceration now to its credit over the last 30 years. Maybe we should start thinking about reconciliation and, you know, and give these students a chance to talk to other students and learn together and grow together, and because they aren't the only ones who are saying this. They're part of a culture. Why just focus on them when there's a whole culture that we could be addressing?
I agree, but what do you think these students can do now? Do they have any legal recourse?
Yeah, they don't have much legal recourse because, you know, the codes of the campus being what they are, the student handbook is going to say something like you can't create a hostile environment, and these words constitute a hostile environment. I actually would be in favor of lawyers maybe supporting their case, carrying a brief for them, saying, you know, I understand where the football players are coming from. To show we care, we have to be punitive, but maybe we can show we care without being punitive. Maybe we can take a more restorative justice approach and a more community-oriented approach. So I think that they should try to come back and become members of the community again. Maybe after a year off, you know, just till things cool down. But I would hope that they would have been able to stay in the community and work it out.
Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us today. For our full coverage on this story, please visit atvn.org.